Hey, good afternoon there, sweet peas. Basic Prepper Mom Myra, and I want to take a moment to talk about egos. Yes, egos. Let me explain. Egos might seem a weird thing to talk about when you're talking about being preparedness or life-sustaining or homesteading or stuff like that, but let me explain what I mean. If you are in a group or a community or an area of people, like-minded people, and you come in with the mindset of everyone else is wrong, everyone is doing it incorrectly, only my way is the correct way, and you people are dumb and stupid for thinking otherwise, well, you might find yourself by yourself. I'm just going to say that. Yeah, you might also be that kind of person that thinks like that and then thinks, you know what, I don't care. I am self-sustaining. I have everything here that I need. I don't need anyone else. I don't need my community. I don't need a group. I am doing everything right. I have everything I need here. I beg to differ with that, because there's going to be a situation, there's going to be a time when for some reason you will not have the resources, the tools, the equipment, that whatever the situation, you are going to need to reach out to a community member to be able to help you. Now, if you have this egotistical attitude that you have everything, you know everything, and everyone else is wrong, you're going to be outcast from that community pretty quickly, and people are not going to want to help you. People are not going to want to put forth their effort to even acknowledge you, because you've already put them down. You've already told them they're wrong, and you have this attitude that it's my way or the highway, and any other thinking is just incorrect, is just wrong. If you are that kind of person, and if that's your ego, then by all means, I wish you luck. I wish you luck in your adventures, in your self-sustaining. But let me tell you something. When the crap hits the fan and you're in a situation where you go, oh shit, this is, pardon my language, this is more than I can handle, you're not going to have anyone to reach out to unless you change your attitude. There is absolutely zero, let me say this again, zero room for egos when you're talking about being prepared, when you're talking about preparedness. There is no room for it. And if you have that, then you are going to be very lonely in your community, because there's just going to be you and maybe a couple other people that bow down to you and think that you are the prepping god or the preparedness god or goddess. And that's all that you are going to have. If you're in a group or a community and you've got someone like that in your group or community, I suggest that you either call them on it pretty quick, or that they not be in your group. I don't care how many resources they have. I don't care who they are. I don't care what their knowledge base is. I would absolutely not have them in my group, because what's going to happen is when you need them, when you counted on them, or when you need to count on them the most, they are more likely to not be there for you. They only have their own interest in mind. They only have their own resources in mind. So when you're talking about a community and a group of people, like-minded people, when you start narrowing down and seeing those little niches of who you can count on and who you can't, ego is one of the first things that needs to go out the window. Doesn't matter how much you know, doesn't matter who you know, doesn't matter what you have. You may be the absolute ultimate prepping god or goddess. You may be self-sustaining in every sense of the word, but that is no reason to let your ego get away from you, because there will be a situation where you might not be able to handle, or you might not have the things to be able to handle it, and you might need to reach out to someone. Don't burn those bridges because you have an ego. Besides that, if you're in a community, then that means that you're willing to teach other people and have them learn, and to be very gracious to them. And maybe there's some things that they can teach you as well. Maybe there's a different way of doing things. And I have to admit, I am one of those people that if I get set on something and this is the way I'm doing it, it's very difficult to get me to change. Change is very difficult for me anyway. And it's really hard for me to go, okay. But I'm trying very hard to be a little bit more, okay, yes, there are other ways to do this, and maybe we can. And maybe it works for some people and maybe it doesn't. And that's the thing we have to remember. Just because it works for you doesn't mean that it works for everyone else. So when you're talking about this, be gracious. Check your ego at the door, because if you've got an ego that you're better than everyone else, then you're going to be left out in the cold. Hope you guys have a wonderful, amazing day. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day.